on this. We need Paul Watson or Kurt Nimmo to get this up. A bunch of people were arrested. Go ahead.
Okay, so basically when they started to ask for our IDs, we were in that park near the police barricade. I started recording with my phone, just only audio. I put the phone in my pocket, so I make sure I have some proof, something against them if I have to. And
they made you erase that, didn't they? Because you reported that to us in an email that I gave to Watson yesterday, that they erased a bunch of your tape and stuff.
That one is still on my phone because I managed to remove the card from my phone.
But they did erase some of your stuff, correct?
Yes. When we got to the police station, the first thing there was a captain which I managed to take his pictures at a demonstration a day earlier. He asked for our cameras to remove the batteries, to remove the tapes, the cards from them, the phones, especially phones. And they were very, very angry, especially on me because I published the videos on YouTube, and they literally starting threatening me personally to...
Oh, stay there. Stay there, Paul Dorneanu. Let's do 5 more minutes on the other side as we debrief you here worldwide on the radio. Very upset about all the YouTube videos that we linked to on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com that got carried as official news.
Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Paul Dorneanu is our guest from Infocon.ro, joining us from Romania, got back home last few hours. He was taken to the police station, arrested twice, and the second time, very angry. They'd seen his YouTube videos that we posted that were actually carried by Google News as news and even posted on their front page. That's what automated computers can do. They can censor us with one hand and then elevate us with the other. But it is amazing what the alternative media can do, thanks to Paul Dorneanu's courage and many others. Okay, Paul, so you're saying this police officer, officer of officers, were you saying he was a captain or a sergeant, threatened you over the fact that you'd put him on YouTube? Please continue.
He was very angry that I put those videos on YouTube, especially the ones on which you can see the faces of the...
Well, let's make them more angry. Let's make them more angry. Do you have his name?
No, I don't have his name, but I have a picture of him from the day earlier when the protest. So
well, send us who this thug is. We want to put that in the article. So he threatened you. What did he say when he threatened you?
Well, he kept asking me why I put this on the internet, why I have recorded that video inside the police station, and I denied all the time that I recorded that video. I just said that I only uploaded it to the YouTube. I got it from somebody else. I kept denying all the time. Good. And they said, well, we have to take you into the jail and send you to a court where a judge will decide what we're going to do with you. And after that, they started to do a body search on us. They had remove our shoes, got everything, whatever we had on us, taken away, and I feel that they were looking for something else, like maybe knife or drugs, something to get us, to stage us. Probably that's what they really are looking for. And after that, they put the batteries back into our cameras and the tapes, and they had us show them what we filmed, what pictures we have taken of, and had me delete all the pictures from my camera. And which I'll try actually tonight to recover with a special software. I'll try to recover all the pictures because I have 200 pictures from last day that were lost. And I had a tape with more than half an hour recorded on it.
How are you going to recover it? You got some special software, or had you saved it at the hotel? I know you said
software to cover erase format cards. I haven't wrote anything on it, so it can be done. I'll try that tonight. But more important is that they had me also destroy the tape I had in my video camera. I had more than 40 minutes recorded on that tape, and they didn't want them to do it. They wanted me to do it by myself with my hands and then throw it into the trash. So that lasted for about 4 hours. Other two guys, two policemen, higher in rank, I think, came to us and asking a question about us, why we were taking pictures to the policeman, why we were taking pictures to the car plate. That's what they started to say, because they were looking at the pictures and saying, look, you took pictures with the car plate. Why do you do that?
Yeah, implying you're a criminal so they morally can feel good about themselves, when really they're there protecting criminals. Your alternative media, they're documenting world leaders, the bankers that have robbed us blind. Paul Dorneanu, joining us from Romania, who just covered Bilderberg 2009. Stay there. A few more minutes with you, then I'm going to shift gears. Stay with us.
He's the T-Rex of political talk. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
Okay, very important report coming up. In just a few minutes, I'm going to detail the just off-the-chart attacks on liberty and freedom that are going on. Bills introduced to ban free speech. Bills introduced to ban guns at will, to ban gun owners. But how this ties into a bigger picture of control. These tracking and tracing lists for travel, for buying, for selling, for having jobs, that's coming up. But right now, let's go back to Paul Dorneanu of infocon.ro. Just citizen activist, citizen news gatherer, took action. A lot of his footage is in my film Endgame, Blueprint for Global Enslavement. He went to Bilderberg 2007. And 2008 was in Chantilly, Virginia. We were bullhorning them from less than 50 yards away, their main conference hall, because most of the conference hall, the facility was 100, 200, 300 yards away from the road. But the one area where the conference room backed up on a side road, public sidewalk, you were like 35 yards away. And Richard N. Haas came out and was angry, the head of the CFR. I mean, the security was just breathing heavy. They had Secret Service just literally just going, ugh, looking at us with hatred, because they told them, don't arrest these people because it'll end up being, news coverage, because it was a total blackout in the U.S. Well, they've changed the rules 2009. Now, they did have me arrested when I went to Canada, and they pulled me off and said, what do you come to do at the conference? Are you planning violence? And I said, no, I'm a nonviolent guy. Everybody knows that. I'm here to cover the world elite. And they said, oh, no, you're not. You're trying to bring porn into Canada. And I said, excuse me? And they said, yep, we find one thing on your computer, a pinup girl. You're going to prison. And they would smile and laugh and strut around in black uniforms. They were like these black vest, armored vests over gray, and they would get off on it. I was like, you're actually getting off on this, aren't you? You're actually feeding right now. And they would get so mad. I would go, man, it must be a pathetic job to be you. I kind of enjoyed it for a while. And they were so angry. I mean, they were so angry because they told us no cell phone calls, and they took our cell phones and stuff. But Slick Eyes, and no, it was Aaron Dykes, had his little bitty cell phone. He little bitty gray cell phone. We actually lost it at Bilderberg 2008. I forgot about that. But that was a year later, or 2 years later. But he had that little bitty phone, and I dialed it, got Jim Tucker. I said, call the media. We've already been held for like 6-7 hours. And then the media shows up hours later, and the one little thug walks in, the commander, and he goes, come back here, please, starts yelling at me, going, and then it turns real nice. I have a family. I have a daughter. And he's got a French accent. He's like, I don't want to lose my job. we have a deal that you're going to be nice about this, aren't you? And I said, well, I'm going to talk about what happened, but, I just want to get out of here. And I said, and he goes, you promise not to talk to the press about this, which was immoral what he was doing. So I just lied. I mean, in an emergency situation, when I'm with feds in a foreign country telling me that I don't have a free speech and I'll promise to shut up, I'm, oh yes, I promise I'm not going to talk about this. As soon as I was out of Canada, I did, though. I mean, because this is warfare, folks. When you're behind bars and they're asking you to promise to waive your rights, but I knew he was going to release me anyways. I mean, I didn't want him to taser me to death or do the other stuff that Canadian Customs is well known for murdering people in full view of cameras. I'm not kidding. So I told him, oh, yes, I promise. One of the few times I lie. I'm pretty much trained to never lie. But I guess in the Bible, when they had the spies going into the city, was that with Gideon? What story was that? And they had the